Have you ever heard about a dog who walked into a pet store and essentially adopted a cat? Sounds like something for a children's book, but it's actually a real-life story. Figaro and Debo are two rescue animals who found each other at PetSmart and proved that the best friendships don't always make sense on paper. Debo came into his family's life the way all great loves do, unexpectedly. They spotted a puppy who needed a home, and that was that. No long deliberation, no pros and cons list. Just one look, and he belonged with them. From the very beginning, Debo was gentle, a little silly, and overflowing with heart. He was also, for a dog, suspiciously cat-like. He quietly observed the cats in his home, following them around like a slightly oversized, very enthusiastic intern who desperately wanted to be included. He never quite clicked with other dogs the way his family hoped, but cats were truly fascinating to this gentle giant. Friendly as he was, Debo got along well with both feline and canine housemates, but still, something was missing. He loved them all, but none of them was his best friend. That all changed on an ordinary trip to PetSmart. It was supposed to be a quick visit. In, out, no drama. But Debo had other plans. The moment he spotted a small kitten sitting in one of the adoption enclosures, he stopped to greet him. It was as if he sensed a creature just like him, a creature who needed a home the same way Debo once had. The kitten's name was Figaro, and he had been waiting for a forever family for quite some time. When he saw Debo, he acted like he had spotted the family he'd been waiting for. He looked back at the big dog with the kind of calm, knowing gaze that suggested he had been expecting this visit. It was one of those moments that defies explanation. There was just one problem. Debo's family wasn't prepared to bring home another pet that day. They left without Figaro, but Debo had made his choice, and deep down, so had everyone else. After some thought, and likely after watching Debo mope around with the quiet devastation only dogs can truly pull off, his family made the decision. They got back for Figaro and took him home. The early days weren't instant magic. Figaro needed time to settle in, to get his bearings in a new home filled with new smells, new sounds, and one very large, very eager dog who wanted nothing more than to be his best friend immediately. There were also other animals in the house, and he needed to get used to them too. But Figaro is a friendly cat, so he easily accepted his new furry family. He realized that having all these new friends is so much better than spending time alone, waiting for someone to notice him. And Debo, who started it all, patiently let Figaro settle in at his own pace. He stayed close, stayed calm, and stayed patient. Day after day, giving Figaro exactly the kind of quiet reassurance that lets a rescue animal slowly exhale and start to believe that this time it's going to be okay. And little by little, it was. Debo began showing Figaro the important things, like the best spots for a nap and the windows with the optimal birdwatching views. With Debo's help, Figaro learned the unspoken rules of the household. And perhaps most importantly, he learned to believe that neither of them ever had to be alone again. Life in Figaro's new home has a routine that makes him feel safe. Best friend Debo and other siblings make him feel part of the family. Family and safety are things this cat never had, but desperately needed. Now he has everything. Figaro and Debo share their space with 4 other animals, 2 more dogs and 2 more cats. They're all under the care of one very dedicated human named Jill. Every morning, Jill serves breakfast for all 6 of them. every evening, she does it again. 6 pets, 1 human, and somehow the whole operation runs like clockwork despite looking chaotic. In the middle of all that beautiful chaos, Figaro and Debo found their own rhythm. Their closeness didn't arrive all at once. It crept in quietly, in small moments. A tiny bit of proximity that didn't used to be there. A nose resting slightly closer than before. Not quite cuddling, but almost. They chose quiet closeness, and that's exactly where every great friendship really starts. Jill had been watching their bond unfold, one small moment at a time, and she'll be the first to tell you, every second of the wait was worth it. Not everyone sees Debo the way Jill and Figaro do. A big dog, a rescue, a breed that carries unfair assumptions. Some people take one look and make up their minds before they know a single thing about him. They see a big dog who would eventually lose patience with the cats. They think he's a problem waiting to happen. But then Debo goes and ruins the whole theory by curling up next to a cat he adores, patient and soft and completely unbothered by anyone's expectations of him. Every single day, he breaks those stereotypes simply by being himself. And Figaro, for his part, loves his big brother just as much now as he did in that first moment their eyes met across a PetSmart, maybe more. 2 rescues, 1 pet store encounter, and a friendship nobody planned for, but everyone is better for witnessing. Some things just can't be explained. And honestly, they don't need to be. Just ask Figaro. He doesn't really care about explanations. For him, it's important that thanks to his big canine friend, he got 4 more furry friends to hang out with, a loving human mom, and the comfort of a home he's always dreamed of. His days of watching families visiting PetSmart with their beloved pets and wishing he was one of those pets are over. His wishes came true. He has his own family now and leaves the happy pet life he always deserved.